Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel, NiNjahCheeto here. I've had a lot of fans of culture request me to make a video showcasing my character sliders. So this video will be a little guide for making a thick character in NGS. Now keep in mind, you can use my sliders as a base template and then adjust them more according to your personal preference. We all have different tastes and likes. That's what keeps the world interesting. So fellow fans of culture and thick lovers, let's jump into it. Before we begin, I want to go ahead and mention, before you start editing a character file, anytime, you should always come down here into the little, folder icon here in the Salon, and you should, it's character creation save data, and you should make a save file. And you can name that it's the same file, whatever you want. It's always good to do this, that way so you don't, mess up the character that you have that you're currently happy with, so you can come back and reference it. And even in the middle of, editing, you could, make, another one with a different name. You can kind of just compare the two back and forth together. So it's always a good idea to do that. And if you go to load creation data and you choose what type of character you are, for me, Thunda is a Dooman type 2 is what she is. So if I go to Dooman type 2, you can see all these different character save files, various different files I've used when I've been editing. And it's always good to reference this before you start. And keep in mind, certain outfits are going to look better than certain other ones. Something else I want to point out is on the very bottom of the screen here, this is the key guide. So it's going to show you, for example, I'm using a PlayStation controller. If you're on an Xbox controller, it's going to show some different things here. If you're on a PC, keyboard and mouse, it's going to show something different here. Of course, I'm on a PC, but I'm using a PlayStation controller. But if you look down here in the bottom right, you can hit the select button and start button to go back and go forward. And you can do this quite a bit too. So for example, with the load creation data that I mentioned before, if I loaded different character data and then I hit start, it's just going to immediately cycle through different saves that I've done. So if I've changed my character's proportions like this, I can just cycle back and forth, and I can see what these changes would look like in real time, being able to just kind of compare back and forth really fast. It's really helpful for when you want to see different sizes of different attributes, because some things you might find that you just bouncing back and forth, you're gonna kind of notice little things that might make you happy. So something else I want to point out that everybody should be doing when it comes to Salon edit is if you go to edit miscellaneous here and you go to body shape auto sync, you want to make sure that you have both of these checkboxes here unchecked, because that means that you can have different body types and different sliders for different body types. For example, I have a male cast, male body, a male type 1 and a male cast type 1 and a female cast type 2, as well as a female type 2, 4 different body types. And having these checkboxes here unchecked means I can have different looks. For example, if I go to my looks here and I could load the save file I got here named Little Miss Thunderbot. This actually loads up a female cast, and look how huge she is. She's massive. Because this is my cast save file, just something to be ridiculous and memey with. Whereas I could just hit the back button and it goes right back to my normal little female look. And you can actually just edit these differently when you go into selecting different body types here, humanoid type 1, humanoid type 2, cast type 1, cast type 2. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you all my character sliders that I have for Thunda here. And first off, her body type selection is humanoid type 2, and then physic and chest. Now you can see that I didn't go all the way max on my sliders. I got min height on her. Y'all could just adjust this varied by your taste, of course. Some people are gonna more thick, some people are gonna less. You can see that I didn't max them out all the way, but I gave her quite a bit of thick. She's pretty curvy. Here's the rest of my sliders too. So you could just pause the screen and compare these to when you're looking at the sliders in the game, on your game. And then here would be my shoulders and hands. I didn't really change too much here. Waist. Now this one's pretty important. Now the waist here in particular, this little side one here, when you change this, we can even do real time. Look, we'll move this up, and this would change her belly. It would give her a bigger belly. Now I just now edited this, and I mentioned earlier, the bottom right, if we hit select, it's gonna go back. So I could real time just kind of look and see what that edit would be like. Now I don't like this, of course. If you did, then hey, you could kind of tell what you're gonna like when you're editing and go back and forth. And if I really messed up again, I could go back to my save file that I made previously and reload. And it's always good to in the middle, I was saying, to just kind of make multiple saves, so you can just kind of compare back and forth. Now Now, if you go left and right on this slider here for the adjust waist, it actually adjusts like the bit of your butt. You can see like it changes like the size. So that's something I tend to keep quite maxed out. And something else to keep in mind as well is when you do make like edits that are changing like the attributes of your character, if you look on the top left here, as I go to change something, it would turn yellow. So you can see like when you've made an edit that's actually adjusting from what you had previously. So you can go back to default and see if it's white, then that means you haven't actually changed anything. If it's yellow, it's saying that it's going to adjust costing star gems. But yeah, this is the waist sliders that I have. And then as well, also the leg sliders that I chose to go with is this. Now you can, like I said before, you can adjust this accordingly for your taste. This is what I liked myself. And if you like my skin tone, this is actually like the skin tone and gloss that I'm using. Now something else to keep in mind when you're in the salon is you can go to like field test here. You can actually change it to where it would be like in Central City, for example, and you could see like, you know, change like different times of day, you know, for different lightings and stuff, of course. So you can see like I mentioned before, if you want to see like what your skin tone is going to look like when you're in the city, because a lot of colors that you're going to choose and different times of day and whatnot, the camera lighting, it's going to affect quite a bit. So I'll go ahead and take the time to show you all a couple of different outfits that I have with this like body type that I do use would look like with this. So like here, for example, would be the bunny suit. This is the NGS bunny suit. You can see she's pretty curvy. She's not as thick as possible, but she's up there. And this would be what she looks like inside of the contractor bikini. You can see the slider curves here. I just actually made this outfit today. I really like this outfit a lot. The micro shorts. These are the booty shorts. They're really good. They're in the current SG scratch as of the time this video, so hopefully those of you interested in them can get a hold of them, because they're gonna only be there for just a limited time, then they're gonna be gone. So I know some people are going to be watching this video at a later date and be like, yo, how do I get these outfits? And be like, well, you can't. You can't buy them in the player shops. There was part of a limited time Star Gem scratch. Now, something else to keep in mind, this is actually a big part of why I don't make my character even thicker than what she is too, is when it comes to like outerwears, like I swear Sega has no love when it comes to thick characters, because like if you want to wear certain outfits, like let's put on this sweater, for example, look how poofed out this thing gets. Now, if I made my character even thicker, it would be poofed even more. It's nearly impossible for me to wear proper like outerwears on a lot of stuff. Some of them are fine, like this dress gets super poofed. It doesn't look so bad, honestly, but certain ones get like pretty poofed. Certain ones get pretty bad. This one was really bad. The Amazon Prime deals outer, look, it looks like a, I don't know, it looks like I'm wearing a parachute or something. So you got to keep that in mind. The thicker you get, the less outerwears that you can wear, or at least they're just not going to look right. The ARX Expo outfit, for example, I really like this outfit a lot, but man, the poofing on it is real. And in order for you to actually wear this and look proper, you have to like put like some sort of weird skirt underneath of it or something. You have to do things to adjust it to make it look proper. Now, something else that's going to get affected too, the thicker you are, when you go to your motions, certain motions are going to get affected quite a bit by this too. Like for example, hand on hip. You can see my character's hand, this goes right into her hip. Like she's thick enough to where her hand starts to sink in. Now if you have yourself even thicker than I am, like your hands, you're just going to be seeing just like up to the wrist. Even like here, you can actually see like the back of her palm a little at least. It almost looks like her hand's in her pocket with this pair of shorts here. But quite a few outfits like the bikini or the bunny suit and stuff, it just doesn't look right. Like it just goes right into the skin. Yeah, so quite a bit of clipping can happen. So yeah, make sure that you all click this body sync. And also like I can go through and I can use base PSO2 save file, to where I have like my base PSO2 body isn't going to be affected by my NGS body. So you can see this is actually the base PSO2 body type that I had for like the longest time. This is the body I used for years. And I'll go ahead and show you all the sliders for these two in case if you like my base PSO2 body. So this one's the humanoid type 2, and this would be the sliders for the physics and the chest. And you can see it's pretty similar actually to the ones that I use in NGS. The same thing with the arms and the hands. You can see in the waist and the legs, I'm actually much smaller in base PSO2 than I was in NGS. But this is the editing that I did for the legs and the waist and the thighs and the calves and stuff. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for today. How do you like the character sliders I shared? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Also, come follow me on Twitch, NiNjahCheeto. I stream PSO2 along with other games and enjoy chatting with my viewers there. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and have a wonderful day, friends. See you in the next one.